Firstly, Islam is a divine religion. It is from Allah Azza wa Jal. And generally speaking, it does not go against science. But throughout the years, we've discovered that science is not always right. And so many theories that come up only to be proven after a few decades that they're totally bogus or wrong. And the theory of evolution is one of the closest and simplest ideas of its how bogus people are and how atheists mess up with people's minds claiming to be scientific when it's baseless and ridiculous even. But this is not the time to address such an issue. Therefore, when science comes and says cousins must not get married to one another, we do not look at science and neglect our own religion. So we look in the Quran, it doesn't say anything about that. We look into the Sunnah, there's no prohibition, none whatsoever about that. On the contrary, we find that the Prophet himself, alayhi salatu wasalam, married his cousin, Zainab bin Jahsh, the mother of the believers, may Allah be pleased with her. If there was anything wrong, he would not have done that. Or Allah would have told us that this is not recommended. Not only that, he gave his own daughter, Fatima, to his own cousin, Ali ibn Abi Talib. And they have the best of families existing till date with so many offsprings of theirs, healthy and sound. He also gave Zainab, his own daughter, the daughter of Muhammad, to her cousin, Abu al-As ibn al-Rabi'. And they were all their maternal cousins. So the whole of Islamic history has nothing against cousins marrying one another. So when science comes and says, oops, this is not recommended, this is not permissible or advisable, we, with all due respect, throw it in the dustbin. They say, oh, you will be responsible for any genetic diseases that come. Well, we've seen total strangers marrying from the East and the West, having children with genetic diseases. So this is not a criteria that you can judge by, and this is why we ignore it.
The next question is a little bit long. I'm born in Kuwait and I'm originally from Pakistan. My parents have fixed my marriage to my cousin in Pakistan and I not agreed to marry him. But my parents, because of society, are not allowing me to marry someone else. What should I do? And do the parents have the right to control even this in my life?
You have to become a man. You're a wimp and you don't have a spine. No one on earth can force you to marry someone you don't want. And ask me, Sheikh, how many counseling sessions have you done with cousins? Gazillion. He married his cousin. She married her cousin. It was an arranged marriage. They didn't want to marry. She loved someone else and she was forced to marry her cousin. And after the marriage, she still thinks about him. And 3-4 years down the line, he surfaced on her Facebook and they started chit-chatting, and now she doesn't want her husband. And she comes, says, I don't love my husband. What should I do? You accepted in the first place. I was forced. My father threatened to disown me, and my brother threatened to put acid water, and this is a common practice, I think. Yeah, I don't know why they get acid water. I have to test every water I get before I drink it. So they said, oh, acid water, and I had to marry. Okay, what about you? You're a man. Oh, my father said he's not going to put my name in the inheritance, and all the lands he will give to my siblings, and he did this, he did that. And I said, okay, I work outside, I will marry my cousin, but I will marry the one I love if I'm in Emirates or in here or there. Akhi, be a man and put your foot down. Whether it's your parents, whether your mom is threatening you that I have heart attack, I will die if you don't marry. May Allah have mercy on you, my mother. Wallahi, I love you. But I'm not going to destroy my life and the life of the woman I get married just to please you and please my father. Because this is destruction. Having said that, first of all, you have to do a drill. You have to do a drill. What is a drill? Before you start saying, oh, Sheikh Asim said don't get married, look into the one you're marrying. So your cousin that they're telling you to get married to, how is she? Wallah, Shaykh, I don't want to marry her. Yes, she was Miss Karachi in 2014, and mashallah, she's now repenting in hijabi, niqabi. She memorizes the Quran by the 10 qira'at, and she memorizes the 6 books of hadith, and she is a pious woman, and she teaches in orphanages, and she is good in the community, and she is checking all the boxes. But I don't want to marry her, Shaykh. Wallah, you're stupid. I'm ready. Just show me where is your uncle's house. I'll go. Someone like this you cannot miss. Don't be stupid just because your parents are forcing you to marry your cousin. If she checks all the boxes, where will you find someone like that? Likewise, look at your cousin if he's a man. Oh, Shaykh, he's mashallah hafiz, he's well respected, he's very kind to his sisters and to his mother, he's very fair, he has a good job, he's an engineer, he's building his own house, he has a lot of work in the community, and he's handsome, he's athlete, he does marathon every 2 years, and he plays so many sports. He's excellent. But Shaykh, I don't want to be forced to get married. You're stupid. He should not look at one like you, you ugly pig. With all due respect, I'm not talking to you, sisters. Don't get me wrong. I'm just generically speaking. So, if the one proposed checks all the boxes, go for it. Chance comes once in a lifetime. Wasting it just because of your arrogance, because of your defiance, but just because of this or that is not a smart thing to do. But you have to weigh the pros and cons, and Allah knows best. His brother is interested in marrying a woman. The woman does not have, it seems, the approval of her guardian. Now he said that she's practicing, she's a good Muslim woman, but her parents are cultural and their family. So there is a lot of ambiguity. There is no ambiguity, akhi. In Islam, marriage is a crystal clear cut process. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, there is no marriage valid of a woman without the consent and approval of her guardian, who is her father. End of story. This is the fatwa of the Prophet ﷺ. Yes, Shaykh, but the father is cultural and coming from Nigeria, most likely he would ask for a dowry of 50 cows. So, be it. This is how people get married. Look for someone who's asking for 10 rams maybe. Get a discount. This is not my problem. As a Muslim, you have to follow the process of Islam. Now, if the father is deviant and he's rejecting all people of a good aqeedah, he's interested only in tariqah followers, Tijani, Jilani, or whatever. He doesn't want anyone who follows the correct, authentic aqeedah of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And he refused so many. Okay, this case, this guardian has to be changed. He's the father. Ditch him, throw him in the garbage. Because he's not qualified, he's not fit. So what to do? It's not the girl who chooses. It is the Muslim judge. So you go to the Muslim judge, you present your case, the judge looks into it, he discovers that what you're telling is true. He appoints someone in the girl's family, a brother, a paternal grandfather, a paternal uncle, someone who's close to her, and makes him a guardian after checking out whether he's fit or not. This is the right way of doing it. Now, I've done, and I've been doing, and I'm still doing, alhamdulillah, counseling. And I've met so many cases where the same issue comes to me, and Shaykh, we need you to conduct the nikah and to be kind to us. We are in a dilemma. We don't want to fall in. And they make you weep with them. You're so sympathetic with their case. If you did not have knowledge, nor the experience, nor the guidance from Allah, most likely you would fall in their trap. But you say to them, Akhi, how would I know that the girl is telling the truth? Oh, she said to us that her father... Did you meet her father? No. Okay, then you're taking her word? No, this is not valid. She might be a playgirl. She might be looking for a sugar daddy. I don't know. Whatever is happening, this is not legitimate. So it has to be changed, and Allah knows.